What is up, guys? I just pulled out here for this job this morning. Got rained out last week. If you haven't seen the couple of videos that we've made already, you can go check those out. The rain has been giving me issues this morning also, but it has stopped, and luckily all I have to do today is mark everything and put these cross braces in, so I don't need my water to worry about fires. It is supposed to be a little bit windy, but hopefully it's wet enough that it won't give us much trouble. But I've got a lot of laying out to do, a lot of cutting, and then a lot of welding to do. Hopefully get done with all these braces today. That is the plan anyway. What I've done so far is ran a string line down each side, and as I'm doing it, I'm realizing you don't really need one on the other side because you can just go off of, how this is 4.5 inch pipe, and to find center, just measure over 2 1/4. So anyway, ran a string line down both of them, got the string line level, and then stood back and looked at it. My gate is 40 inches top to bottom, but I'm gonna make my braces match the gate center to center, and the braces are 2 3/8 and the gate is 1 7/8, so I'm a 1/2 inch difference, 1/4 inch on each side. But that is what I got so far. I think I like it. The driveway could use a little bit of gravel, so like I could really maybe stand to come up a little bit, but it'd really be just right once if that hump's knocked down. There's kind of a hump right here. I don't know if you can kind of see it. So if that was kind of knocked down and there's more gravel in here, and this was kind of knocked down, because this is like your highest spot where these trees are at. Everything else from here all the way down is low, and there's a hump here. There used to be a fence here. So anyway, like I always talk about, appealing to the eye. So I think I'm gonna go with it so I can visualize where my gate's gonna be. Gate's already built. I was gonna bring it today, but decided not to because of the rain. Didn't have to have it today, but I just kind of wanted it here. Anyway, I can visualize where the gate's gonna be with these strings up. And then once I got everything marked, I went ahead and put a punch mark on every mark that I have things to reference from. Got a punch mark where my top rail is gonna be. Actually, that's where the gate's gonna be. Top of the rail is gonna be a 1/4 inch up. But anyway, then I punch the center, and then I'm gonna take my 4-foot level and run it right here. And that way I have a straight line to reference from, and then measure out my spacing, which is 12 5/8 centers. I always go off of centers, that way everything's symmetrical, I guess. I learned that from the pipeline, actually. Pipeline fabrication, it's with pipe, you want to go off of centers just because it's more accurate, more or less, depending on what you're doing, obviously. But like in this case, I'm going to go off of centers. I know my gate is 12 5/8 centers, so I'm going to make this 12 5/8 centers. So ideally, once I get this gate hung, it should hang right in the middle of the rail. The rail on the gate should hang right in the middle of the rail on the brace. That's the idea. That's what we're hoping for. caps on, sanding them down. Got my clips on. Ready to stretch some wire. Tomorrow is the plan. Now just 2 more braces to go. 2 more braces to go. One down there and one on the other end. It's getting kind of toasty out here, but that's all right. Good for me. I'm gonna get in the truck, cool off a little bit, eat a little lunch, and go from there. Three braces down, 1 more to go. What questions would y'all be asking me right now? I'm in a zone today, you know, I'm just welding, I'm just fitting and welding. Sometimes I forget to explain some stuff, which I know I've explained some, but I'm using 532/8010, that's the only rod I'm using today to weld the clips and everything. I don't know if y'all can see the clips. Yeah, just welding all 4, you know, 2 welds on this side, 2 welds on the other side of the clips. Then I'm putting 1 pass in to fill the, you know, to like seal it up. And then I'm brushing that all off, putting a cap on it. And then I am sanding down the caps. Just think it looks nicer. 10 foot apart is the spacing. My advice for this week is if you're gonna sand down welds on anything, make sure you're getting full penetration on the whole weld. It's not as big a deal when it comes to like fence caps like on this job, but it is definitely something to think about because yeah, we want stuff to look nice, but you also want quality weld. I believe a quality weld is more important in some situations than a pretty situation, but you can always change up your process. You know, if you're welding on something thinner that you want to sand down because it might not look as good, you either turn your MIG way down or get a TIG process and make it look nice so that way you don't have to sand it down and it still looks nice. So there's several things you can do, but that's my advice, is just be careful when it comes to sanding welds down. For more resources, you can go to arosswelding.com, and under the resources tab, you can find all kinds of lists that me and Kayla have made. Just check out my website in general. We've created a lot of helpful things to help those of you interested in this trade. Also check out the shop tab. You can find these shirts or stickers. We also have industrialtradition.com. We are out of leather patch hats, but we hope to get some soon. Thank you for watching, and remember, learn something every day.